Hey guys, Brian Krupke from Adventure CrossFit. Want to talk about sleep and how you can improve it. First things first, what time are you going to bed? If you're going to bed anytime past 10, 11, 12, you're throwing off your circadian rhythm. That's your sleep cycle your body is meant to be in. So from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., that's the ideal time for you to be asleep. If you're doing shift work, nursing, police, fire, whatever, and you have to get out of that, then there's ways to get back into a good sleep cycle once you're off your shift by dosing with melatonin. You don't want to do that very often. That's just when you need to reset. So if you're traveling overseas and you're 38 hours ahead or whatever happens when you're going over time zones like that, taking one pill of melatonin to reset to acclimate into that time zone is all right. But you don't want to do it very often because it's 300 micrograms in a pill, whereas your body releases like 3 micrograms. So it's a really heavy shot. So doing it all the time, like more than once every couple of weeks, is going to be really detrimental to your natural cycle. So going to bed by 10. What are you doing before bed? If you're watching TV, then those flashes, 120 per second, that causes your body to think that it's morning and release more cortisol. In the morning, you have higher levels of cortisol than you do at night. So with those flashing lights of the TV or iPad or iPhone is going to make you feel like it's morning, and you're going to not have as deep of a sleep as you could if you weren't watching TV. If you're just reading, that's great. You're improving your mental health and you're able to sleep a little better. So not watching TV before bed. Also, alcohol consumption. 1 to 3 drinks, depending on your tolerance, is going to cause, again, a cortisol spike. And that cortisol is gonna, like I said, not allow for a very restful sleep. So drinking a lot may cause you to black out, but it's not causing a high quality restful sleep, all right? Also, if you're doing a bunch of chores, like running around vacuuming or folding clothes or washing dishes, some people think that's therapeutic, and that's great. If that's your just kind of zen time where you zone out, then that's fine. That can kind of help with your bedtime prep. But if it's something that's kind of stressful and annoying, if you're doing a little extra work before bed, that's going to, again, cause that cortisol spike, and you're not going to sleep as sound as you could. So, having bedtime prep in line before is going to be a lot better than just going into it blind, all right? So I set a bedtime alarm, which is lame, but I set an alarm at 9 p.m. so then I have this hour of just kind of winding down, turning down the lights, getting things a little darker so that it's like nature is, with the sun going down, and your body's just getting prepped for sleep that way naturally. So setting a bedtime alarm is good. Also, earlier in the day, if your caffeine consumption is out of control, that's gonna screw up your sleep. Caffeine has a 6-hour half-life, meaning that if you have 300 mils in the morning, 6 hours later, so 300 mils is like a standard big ass black coffee from Starbucks. 3 hours later, 150 mils in your system. 6 hours later, I should say. And then another 6 hours, you're at 75 mils. So it breaks down by half the milligram dosage every 6 hours, which leaves a lot in your system if you're having a whole bunch of coffee or caffeine or whatever throughout the day. So you want to be limiting that to before noon with your caffeine intake. Okay? So caffeine, you want to limit that. And a couple of things that I do for before bed, I'm not saying you should do it, I'm just saying it's what I do. I take ZMA, zinc magnesium aspartate. Those two vitamins are what people are commonly deficient in, and also they're very prevalent in chemical reactions in your body, especially if you're active. So if you're already kind of deficient in those and you're exercising a lot, those vitamins are going to be super low in you, and for the most part, it gives people a nice restful sleep. It gets you sleepy faster, and it gives you some pretty crazy dreams. So ZMA an hour before bed, empty stomach, is pretty great. Lately, I've been trying kava tea, and I've been telling people about that. Kava tea is pretty interesting. It just makes you feel very relaxed, very calm, zero anxiety, and makes your mouth and throat a little bit numb, which is an odd side effect. But so I've been trying that, and that helps me really wind down and get into a very deep sleep. Also, you want your room to be completely blacked out, so get dark curtains so that there's no street lights shining in or car lights shining in or whatever. You just want full-on darkness. Even your alarm clock can stimulate a cortisol response and make you feel like it's morning, or your body can start to feel like it's morning, okay? So very dark room. And also one more thing that I do is I listen to a sleep song. I think it's on YouTube called scientifically proven sleep song or something like that. Just Google it. It's got a picture of a head and a face. And you listen to that and with headphones in, and it's like goes through your brain, and it's crazy, and you fall asleep pretty quick. So I've had really good results with that. 5 minutes and I'm out. If you can't sleep with headphones in, then well, you're probably not going to do that sleep song, and that's fine. So trying to get to bed by 10 o'clock, limit your caffeine intake, don't watch TV before bed, and also be prepared for bed. So having your bedtime alarm set an hour before so you can start winding down and getting relaxed for a good restful sleep. I hope these tips work out for you and that it made sense. So if you have any questions or other concerns at all, get at us at info@adventurecrossfit.com and go to adventurecrossfit.com to check out all of the awesomeness that is there, as well as Instagram and Facebook.